175 feet above the ocean. The wind rushing across your face. The horizon stretches endlessly in every direction. And suddenly, you're flipped upside down, dangling over the sea by a robotic arm that feels like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. This isn't a theme park, this isn't a dream. This is Robotron, the only robo-coaster at sea exclusively on MSC Seascape. Today we're taking you on board to uncover the secrets, the thrills, and the future of the wildest ride ever built on a cruise ship. Would you dare to ride this? Let's find out. For decades, cruise lines have competed to outdo one another with bigger and bolder attractions. Some added water parks. Others brought skydiving simulators, surf riders, or even full-sized go-kart racetracks. But MSC Cruises went in a different direction. Instead of racing tracks or water slides, they brought advanced robotics technology, something usually reserved for high-tech factories and futuristic theme parks, out onto the open sea. The result is Robotron, a ride that feels less like a cruise ship attraction and more like stepping into the future. And for cruise fans around the world, this robo-coaster has become a game-changer. Robotron's roots lie in robotic arms, the same kind you'd find assembling cars in an automotive factory. Engineers and theme park designers realized years ago that if you attach passenger seats to those arms, you could create customizable thrill rides. On land, these robotic rides first appeared in high-tech amusement parks. Guests loved the flips, the rolls, and the unpredictable spins. But bringing this technology to a cruise ship was a whole new challenge. Ships are not stable. They roll with waves, shift with the wind, and constantly move. Installing a robotic ride 175 feet above the ocean required groundbreaking engineering and a bold leap of faith. If it failed, it could have damaged MSC's reputation. Instead, it became the signature attraction of MSC Seascape when the ship launched in 2022 as one of the most advanced vessels in the fleet. So what's it actually like to ride Robotron? It holds lit panoramic views of the sea and the ship below. But then, it changes. In seconds, you're flipped upside down. You're spun sideways, rolled in loops, and thrown into patterns no traditional roller coaster could ever replicate. And here's the twist. On Robotron, you don't just ride, you control the experience. Before boarding, you select your intensity level. Choose a mild ride for sweeping views and smooth motions, or crank it up for an extreme thrill. Flips, dives, and rotations that feel like controlled chaos. No two rides are the same. Families can enjoy a lighter ride together, while thrill seekers can push the limits. That's what makes Robotron at sea different from everything else. So, would you go mild or max it out? The technology is mind-blowing. The robotic arm follows pre-programmed motion patterns with absolute precision. Every flip, every roll is executed to the millisecond. Unlike a traditional roller coaster, there's no track, no rails, just pure programmable motion. And remember, you're not on land. You're suspended high above the ocean with the ship gently swaying beneath you. That mix of motion and setting makes the ride even more intense. The view is just as much part of the experience. By day, you see blue skies, turquoise, waters, and maybe even nearby islands. At sunset, you're flipped upside down with the horizon glowing orange. At night, Robotron lights up with neon, turning into a cyberpunk spectacle against the dark ocean. Tell me, what time of day would you want to ride? Of course, safety was MSC's top priority. Strapping passengers to a robotic arm above the sea comes with obvious risks. That's why Robotron is equipped with multiple safety systems. The over-the-shoulder harnesses lock securely, and the ride constantly monitors itself in real time. If the ship moves suddenly or a wave hits, the system can instantly pause or adjust. This is why Robotron is not just thrilling. It's safe enough to run on a moving cruise ship. Robotron also plays a huge role in marketing. Its futuristic design and neon glow make it perfect for social media. TikTok and Instagram are filled with clips of passengers screaming, laughing, and hanging upside down above the ocean. Ride at sea. That's free publicity MSC could never buy. And it works. Many passengers book MSC Seascape specifically because they want to try Robotron. It's become as iconic as Royal Caribbean's North Star Pod or Norwegian's go-karts. But here's the difference. Only MSC has a robo-coaster at sea. The engineering behind Robotron is also worth celebrating. Unlike land-based rides, Robotron had to be built with stabilizers to handle the motion of the ship. Software constantly recalibrates the arm to make sure the ride remains smooth and safe. Engineers even reinforced the deck below it to handle the immense weight of the structure. So when you see the robotic arm lifting riders into the sky, it looks effortless, but in reality, it's the result of cutting-edge robotics and naval architecture working together. This is what makes Robotron not just a ride, but a maritime engineering marvel. Now, let's talk about the experience. Adrenaline junkies describe Robotron as the closest thing to flying, or a roller coaster without tracks. Families see it as a memory-making moment, laughing, screaming, and bonding high above the ship. And then there are the hesitant ones. The people who circle Robotron, watching, are nervous to try. Eventually, most give in. And when they do, their reactions are priceless. That's why Robotron is more than just a ride. It's a social catalyst, a shared story between friends, families, and strangers who dared to ride above the sea. Would you try it? Or just watch from below? The bigger picture is clear. Robotron isn't only an attraction. It's a statement about the future of cruising. Cruises are no longer just about buffets, pools, and shows. They're about bold, shareable experiences that younger generations crave. By creating the world's first robo-coaster at sea, MSC has redefined what a cruise ship can be. It's futuristic, it's daring, and it's unforgettable. As the sun sets and MSC Seascape sails through open waters, Robotron continues to whirl, and spin screams echoing across the decks. Below, passengers stare in awe. Some Robotron isn't just the wildest cruise ship ride ever built. It's a symbol of innovation, courage, and the future of maritime entertainment. It's not just a ride, it's a legend. So if you ever find yourself aboard MSC Seascape, the question is simple. Will you dare to ride Robotron? As MSC Seascape glides through the waves, Robotron continues to defy expectations, turning the ocean into a playground of adrenaline and technology. It isn't just a ride. It's a glimpse into the future of cruising where thrill and innovation collide. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's only robo-coaster at sea, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and join us here on the Ocean Legends, where we bring you more stories of ships, seas, and the marvels that sail between them. Would you dare to ride? Let us know in the comments below.